You ready for this?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you pop this one out. Start right there.
Okay, they already had questions.
Okay. So,
Ah, fuck.
yeah. Of course, he's gonna let me read this
Well,
one,
I
right?
want to read it together. You do the first like four words, and I do.
Women deal with periods, pregnancy, menopause. What the fuck do men deal with?
Okay, to be fair, y'all do deal with us.
Yeah.
But and I can't even say this about you because you've never minimized what I go through. But there are some men out there like, oh, just get over it. It's just a cramp. Fuck you, first off.
Hold that thought for a second. Have I ever been that way towards you either? Okay, good. At least we're on the same book.
There's a lot of guys out there that don't understand because they haven't actually been in relationships like that, or they haven't been taught by their sisters or their mothers because of some masculinity identity crisis they have fucking going on growing up. But it's hard. And every woman's different too. Like I personally, I have PCOS. So my whole system's fucked. So my shit's a lot different than normal females. And it's painful. Like I'm on the floor in pain. I can't move. I can't breathe. It just hurts. And then 5 seconds later, I'm fine.
Yeah, but see, in a situation like that, I wouldn't really. I'm not taking away from what you said. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't really say that it would have anything to do with like a masculinity identity crisis or anything like that. I think it's more along the terms of because like I think one of my personal biggest setbacks for me as a male is if it doesn't kill you, and I'm not making anything minuscule about what you just said because I wouldn't be able to experience. No,
We both just kind of look like,
well,
finish
I mean,
your sentence.
Yeah.
but you gotta understand what I mean by that. Like, okay, I'm just using the example only because I just held up my hand.
He's even looking at you like, just choose your words carefully.
Nah, it's I don't
Go ahead because I know what he's about to say.
I don't choose my words carefully.
Because
I refuse to.
because guys think differently.
And
With us, if it's not death, you're
and
good.
and that's
You know what I
why.
mean?
And he's 100% right on that. And that's why I'm using this example. And it's
Well, I
like,
also don't use it as a crutch either.
No, you don't. No, that's not what I meant.
We're not
That-
saying that that the pain isn't real.
yeah.
But with guys, it's different because guys see it as like, oh fuck, your arm's not cut off, you're good.
And it's funny. You already knew I was about to say something with my fingers.
Like,
But if
you're
you
so
get
good.
tapped in the balls, y'all die.
But listen, you got to know I do not. If I get hit in the balls, the last female to hit me in the balls, I made sure she felt the same pain in the bone down there. And when she did, she dropped beside me. Now, what I'm getting at, and I'm not saying that anything that a female experiences or anybody in general experiences is less painful or more painful for anybody else. Because everybody has a different pain tolerance.
Yeah.
But for me, I wouldn't, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it's a masculinity identity crisis or something that happened whenever you were younger. Because, like, for an example, that's why I said on my left hand, when my hand got crushed by the transmission, when it fell off the motor, I was the only person in the area that didn't freak out. I literally hopped up. Hey, bro, is your head good? Yeah. All right, good. You good? And they started freaking out, and I'm literally sitting here, my fingers are about falling off. I'm like, bro, just calm the fuck down. We are not going to solve this by freaking out. Just turn on some cold water for me. Let me get my hand cold. Let's go to the hospital. Because I almost lost these two fingers. Like I still can't. I still can't even bend them. So like,
So what you're basically saying is not like comparing it, but
no, I would never
kind
compare
of.
it.
You're not, but kind of in a way you are.
Yeah.
Almost like if it doesn't seem like it's as much pain as what I've gone through before, is it really that bad?
No, I wouldn't. I'm not trying to say it like that. I'm saying it more along the lines of it's not necessarily an identity crisis or like a masculinity crisis.
No, I'm not saying that either.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it as a comparison. I'm saying it more along the lines of a woman might take a man saying like, okay, like it's not that fucking bad. Just get up and just deal with it. We're not saying it like that. It's more along the lines of we deal with it on a daily basis, like whether we got like a broken hand, a broken finger. I mean, hell, how long was I going to work with I couldn't even use my hand, like, and I was still working on cars, changing. It's not saying that it's like it's not that bad. It's saying that maybe some women, not the ones in front of us, just don't do nothing but complain about it. Like we get it, like it sucks, it hurts, it's a pain in the ass. It don't matter what it is, whether it's like a menstrual, whatever. We know we can't experience what you're experiencing, but we know it's got to suck. because we already only get 3 weeks out of a month with them. We have a pre, a during, and a post. So we get 1 week where it's not painful. Now, in my wife's defense, even though it's like a Dahmer scene, she's actually very easy to deal with in that. Like, and I can't say it, but I can tell she's in pain though. So I choose not to mess with her because like I can't experience what she's experiencing, but at the same time, I'm still gonna listen to it. But if it comes to a point like where like I kind of feel like I'm being blamed for it, that's when it becomes a problem for me. And that's where I think it becomes a problem for a lot of other males, is they feel like, why am I getting treated like it's my fault?
There's
Because
a
they can't look
huge
at it.
hormonal
Yeah.
change that happens in our bodies, and there's a lot of times it's not even an excuse because there are some girls,
And that's the thing,
and
it's
I
not an
say
excuse.
girls, not women. There's some girls that will say, "Oh, I'm on my period, so I get to be a bitch." No, you don't get to be a bitch.
Right.
That's
The
what I'm
only
getting at.
times like
Right.
I'm really actually bitchy is when the pain is unbearable.
Yeah.
Other than that, like I'm about my everyday business.
And see, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't saying downplaying anything anybody feels. I'm saying it's more along the lines of, okay,
But there
you
have
gotta
been
deal
women
with
that
it
have
all the
actually
time.
committed murder because of their period, because of that big of a hormone change.
I've heard. Yeah, I mean, I've yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
No.
that big of a switch in
You gotta watch
hormones.
more documentaries.
No,
Yeah.
she does. She watches too many.
You gotta watch
There
more,
have
more
been
murder
people that have
documentaries.
killed people while they're on
They unalive
their
people.
hormones.
They
Well, they unalive people because of the change in hormones in their body, and a lot of it's more PMS related, I guess. But it's still that influx.
But
change in
isn't that a
hormones.
stupid ass word or
Yeah, but-
terminology? PMS.
Post-menstrual? No,
Yeah, because it's not post. It's during
no.
or it's pre.
Is it free or is it post? Free. It is
Free.
pre-menstrual.
See, I don't
Look,
have.
I have
them.
PCOS.
I don't
I
have
either
them.
bleed every day or I don't for like 2 years
But no,
straight.
but that's what I'm
so-
saying though. Is like, see, like I wouldn't necessarily label it as like a masculinity like crisis or whatever. I would label it more of is some people just can't say, okay,
Okay, not
you're dealing with
masculinity
something
crisis.
that I can't experience.
Yeah, but
But the way you explained it too,
I know. I
was
have I have
like-
a bad way of explaining stuff sometimes.
it made it not saying that you're a misogynist in any way, because I know you're not.
Mm-mm.
But the way you explained it too is like, you know, with the example with the cutting up, like
Yeah,
hurt your
yeah.
hand, and like as men, we would just keep it moving as men, because what are you taught in society to be strong and just keep it fucking moving?
No,
Well, I
no,
get-
no,
I
no.
get
That's
what
not
he's-
what
I
I'm
get what
taught.
he's- I get
That
what
I was
he's
never
saying.
taught that. I never had
I
a
get
good
what
enough
he's
figure in my
saying.
life.
He's saying that, you know, like some men will be like, "Oh, just get over it," right? Because
I'm not
So where
saying
does
that.
that come from?
Well, hold on, because as men, we do like for example, like most
We
men
do.
have a hard, like a harder job where you do get hurt.
Yeah.
Right, and you're always in pain, or you're always getting hurt over something. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, you
So-
hurt your fingers every fucking day.
yeah, so
doing
like
that shit.
we're
Yeah.
constantly in pain, right? So to us, it's more like you'll be all right, you know, like because we deal with it.
And there's been times, no, I get that, because there's been times at home where like your feet hurt.
Yeah, because like
and the next
we-
day I say my feet, and you kind of look at me like your feet. When you talk about feet hurting, I get that.
because you know we deal with it on like such a more common,
A
Everyday
consistent
basis.
basis.
yeah,
Yeah.
a consistent basis that to us like it's more to the point where it's like if you're not dead, you're not hurting.
I don't think I understand.
You know, yeah. And,
But
and
but in
we
that
don't.
sense, we don't.
We don't understand.
I would rather
We don't
have
understand.
balls and get kicked in the
But-
balls
but that's
than
the-
go through 5
that's-
or 3 to 7 days of just
But you see, that's
pure
what he's
hell.
trying to explain. You know
The
what I mean?
headaches,
He's
the
not.
backaches, the cramping.
That's what he's trying to explain, though. He's
The-
not trying to minimize.
Y'all don't know what butt cramps are, do you?
Huh?
Exactly.
No,
You
what
know
did you,
about
no, what
cramps
did you,
are.
what did you say? He's sitting right
You don't
beside-
know what butt cramps are, do you?
butt cramps. Hell yeah.
Do you know period butt cramps?
Okay. Well, I mean, but in that same terminology, what do you know about almost losing your whole hand? What do you know about like almost breaking 2 fucking ribs? Like we're not trying to compare. We're not doing a measurement
So
contest.
I naturally have a high tolerance for pain.
Yeah,
I joke around and say I'm a masochist.
but
In a
inside
sense, I
inside
am.
is different though.
I have had a kidney a couple weeks ago. I had a massive kidney infection, I had kidney stones. I pissed the bitches out before I never went to the hospital.
I know what you're talking about.
I pissed them
But
out
I know
myself.
men that have to deal with kidney stones and they fucking run to a hospital.
I didn't even know it was kidney
Right.
stones until afterwards. I'm
But-
like, maybe I need antibiotics for this.
But I'm
So
not
I
trying to
got 'em.
say anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
though.
but what that's what he's trying to like say that it's some.
I would
like,
never compare.
Like some men are just so like they're like, oh, just get over it. But it's not exactly.
But it's
like,
not how they
oh,
mean it.
just, Yeah,
No,
it's not
yeah.
exactly like just get over it. It's just the fact that like
It's taken out of
Be a
context.
man.
right, like, but we're so
Ah.
used to being in pain that like to us it's like, oh, if our arm isn't cut off, if your whole arm hurts or if your whole arm is numb, like I've had my arm go numb and
I
I'm
know.
like, oh, it's still there. I'm good.
I mean, the other day on the
Whatever.
phone, I was worried about you. I was like, whoa, he's
Yeah, but-
busy and spinning and what the hell.
Right.
But
That's
that's
like
what
I'm
that's
not
what I'm
dead
saying.
yet, so okay, whatever. I'll just keep it moving.
But see, and
You
that's-
have to. I have a similar mentality. I will keep it moving until I physically can't anymore. And we talked about this the other day. Like even when it comes to medications, I refuse to take anything until I can't.
yeah.
Even if it's ibuprofen or Tylenol, I will deal with the pain until my body physically can't anymore.
And see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's never ever for me is myself. It's never ever been more along the lines of like a comparison, like saying, okay, what you're dealing with can't be that bad. Like, it can't be. Like, I literally.
But there are some people out there.
But there are some
Yeah.
people.
Like I never said you guys are like
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah,
I
but-
know. But I'm saying, like, I wouldn't intentionally. And I think there may be. Let's say there's 100 dudes and 100 women. I think.
100 dudes, one gorilla. We're gonna go with that.
No, we're not. No. We're not going back to the Colt 45 scene. Piper Perry, shout out. Hey, she took on 5 Trump supporters and didn't even bat an eye. But, anyways, well, she was a Trump supporter. She took on 5 people that didn't like him.
Yeah, what
Y'all
about that bitch at Waffle House? So she took on a whole fucking restaurant with
Cash me
one
outside. How
chair.
about that? But like, I think if there was like 100 guys and there's 100 women, I think there might be, and you give me your input, which I know you will, but I think on a safe side, I say there's probably like a strong 70 of them of what the guy says is misunderstood. It's misinterpreted.
Misinterpreted.
Interpreted.
I would say 80.
You would say 80, so you said higher than I do. And see, but that's because, and that's why I said the whole thing with my hand. And so it's because like it's misconstrued because like we're not saying like, hey, it's not that bad. We're
But do you
saying
guys
like
explain that to like when you?
I don't have to. I've been with her for too long to have to explain to anybody else.
But at the beginning, like if you were to say something that was taken the wrong way, did you explain it afterwards? To clear
If
things
I
up?
knew it was taken the wrong way.
That's
But
right.
if you go 24 hours or 48 hours or 72 hours and then you decide that you want to say that blah, 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 because now all of a sudden you're feeling like you got balls,
Well, some people need
then-
a calm down period.
then, but you know what I'm saying? Like, then it turns into an argument when it could have just been simply said, like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know, Allie, what you just said kind of fucking pissed me off. What did you mean by that? Like, that's
We've had that before.
and I'm that's what I'm saying.
Recently.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and
Like,
you immediately explain it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. That's not what I meant. Okay, what do you mean? He clears it up right away.
Yeah.
But I also try to let him know, like, the fuck did you mean by that?
Yeah, but it's also with the intention of how it's being received.
and also, but see, but to their
No, that
argument,
is
it's gonna be
true.
the
That is-
it's gonna be the
'cause that's a
intention of
big-
how they
'cause-
received it.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Because that's a
How
big
it's
thing.
received.
It's the
No, he
intention-
said perceived.
No, he said received.
Oh, you did?
It's the
Okay, I thought you said
intention,
perceived.
it's also the intention of how it's being received too, because that's where a lot of misunderstanding and miscommunication comes from. Is the intention of how the person receiving receives it.
Because I
You know
think
what I
you
mean?
text
If
me
they're
that
on
like
a
in the
defensive-
morning or something.
Yeah, if they're
and
like on a defensive mood or a defensive like
everything's gonna be
just-
taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
right, or just a defensive stance right away for for whatever reason, right? Then it's going to be received in a negative way.
And that's
You know,
understandable.
Key and Peele did a skit on that.
Yeah.
The
The
texting.
texting.
have
Reading it
you
in
I
a
seen-
hate
different
text
tone.
messages. I hate
Yeah.
No,
text
have you ever
messages.
seen that skit?
I have, but
Well,
at the
it's
same
like,
time,
oh, really? Like, and he's
And that's
just
not how it was meant at all.
the one side is like, oh, okay, first
And-
round's on me. He's like, first round's on me. Oh
Like
no,
a fight
it's gonna be
almost.
one round. You know
but
what I
at the
mean?
same
Like,
time, how many times have I told you when you text me? Don't text me. I don't know why you're saying this. I'm having a bad day, and it's starting to piss me off with what you're saying. Call me. because I don't want to take it the way my
Because-
mindset is at this current moment. I'm
Right.
receiving it differently than what you're meaning it.
And that's
Because
where
it's-
you and I are similar a
That's
lot.
why I said like
What you mean?
it's in the mood of what you're in.
Yeah, if I'm in a
in
bad
that
mood and
moment.
it doesn't matter who it is, but it's usually him that texts me, I'm gonna read it automatically.
And
in the
whatever
mood that
mood
I'm
you're
in.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't stand it. It
And
drives me nuts.
I do apologize.
And I don't
I
do,
apologize.
I don't do that. To me, I read it as such. Now, when I do detect a hint of attitude in there, I'm like,
A hint of attitude that most of the time he assumes.
no, not a hint of attitude that I assume. It's a
Oh,
hint of
shit.
attitude that disappears when it gets called out. That's the
You
thing.
can say the same thing about you then.
Exactly. I'm not
I
denying
legit
it,
don't have
I'm
an
not denying
attitude.
it, no.
Okay,
but
not even 90. Let's look. 75% of the time, I don't have an attitude. What happens is I end up getting an attitude because you're persistent about me having an attitude.
I hate that
So it's
shit.
like, okay, fine. I have an attitude. I'm going to show you what an attitude is. And then I have an attitude. No one happens. You think it's funny.
Sound familiar?
You do it too.
I know I do because I can't stand it whenever you're not giving me an actual interaction.
Realistically, a lot of times we actually don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually don't.
We actually
No,
don't.
no. We actually don't. I can tell by her text when she's saying something short-tempered or
There
ill-tempered.
was a
When I see
period
dots,
of time
she never texts with
where-
dots until she has that dude.
we
I
were
hate a
both
period
home
in
on
a damn
Sundays.
sentence.
When we first started both being home on Sundays. I almost text like, "Hey, can I start fucking working Sundays again? Because I don't want to do this anymore." He always gets up before me. I sleep in. I don't sleep at night. I am shit at waking
Oh,
up
neither one of y'all get up
early
before me.
on my days off. So he'll be on the couch already by the time I leave the room. At this point, no, back then, I come out of the room and he'll just kind of look at me and go, That's
not
it.
even a
She
you
assumes
added that.
it.
There was a couple times where it was
you added that.
Or he'll
Because
say
she
something
would
like,
come
"Are
out
you
of the
okay?"
room. She would come out of the room and like I would
Literally
would
just
be
waking up,
watching-
fucking crust in my
Listen,
eyes still.
I would be watching like TV and I would just look up at her and that's it. Just keep looking at the TV and she would just go and just walk right back in the room, slam the door shut. I'm like, what? And so I'm sitting there going, wait,
There was
what just
a
happened?
few times where that happened. There were other times where you've admitted you've intentionally did it to piss me off. Why?
No, no, no,
Because
no,
it's easy to.
No. I've admitted to continuing to piss you off
Because
after
it's
you pissed
easy
yourself
to?
off.
Hold on, how do we go from talking about the spice in life to the fucking things that make us want to grab a knife?
It's part of the relationship. Like if you can get past the bullshit, it makes everything else better. Does he do it anymore? No.
Okay, but to his defense,
But do you wake up in a better mood?
no.
It's like a good dick the night before, so it's okay. I mean, it is what
I
it
mean,
is.
it is what it is. But so when it comes to scenarios like that, like one thing I think that my wife does that absolutely drives me up.
Yeah, I mean, he has really bad dick. Don't start fucking messaging, okay?
No, it
Terrible dick.
but he's got to type back.
The worst dick ever.
All right. We ain't trying to get on that damn personal lifestyle because lifestyle
Are you fucking shitting
right.
me?
What?
You're not trying to get personal. We done opened up personal.
We haven't done it yet. But we can't.
No,
On the whole last show.
no, we're good.
I'm okay.
I'm good too.
Not it.
And not it. Look, you like oh, yeah. All right, so how many times you thought about it when you went to sleep? Nah, on a real note. So I mean, but when it comes to stuff like that, like one thing that my wife does absolutely drives me freaking flying bullshit insane is when this motherfucker try to tell me that there ain't nothing wrong. But I can tell. Because guess what? I know my wife like I do the veins on the back of
Yeah,
my
but
sack.
sometimes it's not worth arguing about.
It's not
So
about
it's
it's
not-
not
and
it's
that's
no
why I
no,
said
Linda. Hold on.
I'm not a
In this particular
And that's
moment.
why. That's why.
All right, Monica, don't start. But what I'm saying is, it's not about an argument. I don't want to argue. That's your problem, and that's I'm not done.
Answer. You're
But
gonna
but you're not
make
answering.
it.
No, you make it into an argument because you already know that I hate the misconception. you know I already hate the fact that I know that something's bothering you, and you already know I dislike the fact that you won't just be open
Okay,
and
why
talking
is
about
he
it.
me though? Because I do the same thing to you.
Because I
will
literally
be
know.
on you and on you. Like, what's wrong? Are you sure? Everything okay?
Just tell me, because
Just talk to me.
if
Just
you
let
don't
me know.
tell me, and then you wait 2 days or 3 days later, and then I'm in a decent mood, and you come up all pissy and shitty, and it's like, oh, no, now we're gonna fucking argue. You had your moment.
Hey, like what?
Now back the hell up there,
Show the
Denzel.
people like what?
Huh?
Like what?
Like what?
You do the face again?
What? Like, now you back the hell up, Denzel, because I'm about to Mel Gibson your ass and Samuel L. Jackson you into a fucking corner.
You're gonna
You had your
Jesus
moment.
Christ her and motherfucker.
That's right. So, but
On training day.
whenever you wait that long, that's what creates the problem.
Motherfuckers.
Because I, just like she, has probably already been seeing for the past 48 fucking hours. Like, what the fuck did I do now? What the hell are they pissed off
Honestly,
about?
my anxiety won't let me just sit there and stew in it. I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying. We're asking because our
Yeah, 'cause-
head is literally going like, what the
a
fuck
million
is the
miles a
problem?
minute. Like, did I do something wrong? Did I say something wrong? Did you hate me now?
And
Like,
then
what
it becomes
Am
a
I
point.
cooking dinner or am I sucking dick to make this better? Which one am I doing? Like, I don't fucking know.
And
Let
then-
me know, please.
And then 12 hours after that, you're like, all right, I'm about to piss this motherfucker off because I'm about to find out. You either going to tell me or I'm going to make you mad enough to tell me. Because
That's what's different.
not literally make you mad enough to tell me.
We
But
actually got to a point now where we just talk about this.
well, maybe she'll grow up with me instead of just getting older. You can't throw nothing at me or hit me because you won't come in the camera. Stop this shit, Linda. Monica, stop. No, hell no, don't you throw that. Don't you throw that fucking boot. But what I'm saying is that
Right.
really creates a lot of problem. Is because all I really want to know is, hey, Kev, why are you acting so fucking weird the past couple of days? Did you hear me, motherfucker? I know there's something wrong, bitch. Why you calling me a bitch? Motherfucker, I just asked you what's wrong. You just sitting there like a goddamn lump.
But like I've already said, if I do come out and say what it is, it's just going to cause even more.
You
harm.
say that because you wait till 3 days later.
Even
And I don't want to hear it after 3 days. I don't want to hear it after 4 days. I wanted to hear it within the first fucking 4 hours I
But
asked.
some people don't know
Or
how
don't
to
you try to take sides now.
No, I'm not taking sides. He's basically married to you and me. And I'm basically married to, well, yeah, you're married to him and he's married to you. Your wife is the female version of him and I'm the female version of you.
Yeah, I get that when you say it like
So,
that, but that
it's not
makes
taking
you think.
sides. It's trying to
I'm
be
just
able
trying
to
to think
see
of you
both
pregnant
sides
right
right now. Being you, but dealing like having him there, where I can understand her point of view too, because me and him have talked about this before. I don't know. I can't even say it's your point of view, but some people need a minute to cool the fuck off, or maybe even to think about how to word things.
But even at that point, when there's no time to cool off because you just don't know what the fuck is wrong,
That's you.
that's you.
That's
Okay.
the thing is, okay, so the thing is that it's, as guys, we just want to fix it right then and there,
Thank you.
right? Because there's an issue, right? But you don't want to say what the issue is right now because emotionally you don't know how to explain it in that moment to where it's coherent for us to explain it now. We're more on the logical side to where it's 1 + 1 = 2.
It's
right?
fixable.
But you are kind of running off of, 0 + 1 = 6. You know what I mean? At that moment. So the problem is,
fucking might.
the problem is,
Welcome to
is
my
that-
night.
the problem is that you want to take your time to.
But how
word-
many times have we had conversations? You needed a minute to figure out how to word it. Because you're
but
bad
that's
at wording
But that's
things.
that's because I'm bad at wording things.
And I'm bad at
And
letting
I don't
out
wanna
my
say-
emotion because I
I'm
have a
like,
bunch of mental health issues.
I'm
So
bad at-
sometimes when I let things out, it just comes out completely fucking wrong.
I'm bad at wording things because I'm more direct as to how I say things. And a lot of the times it's not even the right words that I want to use.
But
You
it's the
know.
most direct words we can think
No,
of.
there's a lot of times I have to
Right.
translate things for him.
Right. It's a lot of
And I get that.
because I'm more just like straight to the point. I'm more like black and white with
Again,
words.
Key and Peele, the translator. I'm his fucking translator.
Yeah.
He'll say
Like
shit
Luther, the
completely
translator,
fucked up,
President's translator. Yeah, like
and
that.
I have to translate it.
Yeah, because
So like that's not what he meant. This is what he meant to
'cause
say.
I'm more black and white with my words, you know. Whereas, like, you know, she needs more time to like
Process.
kind of gather them together to say the thing. But meanwhile, I'm the one sitting there going, "Well,
What took you so
And again, like I
what
said
am
too, like
what am I
a
doing?" And
lot
then-
of it is because I do have anxiety. I do have bipolar depression. I do have a lot of shit wrong with me. So it's not an excuse, but I'm just trying to explain like how my brain processes things. You can say it with a smile on your face, and my brain instantly thinks my brain always goes to the worst of things. And I've explained this to you before too. Like it
I can relate.
jumps to worst case scenario every time. And it takes a minute for me to pull myself out of that to be able to actually address the situation then. So that doesn't become an argument. I'd rather take that time to clear my head and think about what it is I want to say. Sometimes I might not even want to say anything afterwards because I may think about it and be like, this was really fucking stupid. Why was I mad?
But then why is it
I
that
agree.
difficult? But why is at that point? Why is it so difficult to just apologize?
because it's just the way people process things.
No,
right?
no, not about the
Sometimes-
processing.
But sometimes it gets to a point where it's just like, well, I've already gone this far.
Yeah. You
To be honest,
Let's keep
You
on
gotta
going.
to be honest, because I do
stand
that
at it.
too.
You gotta stand at
Yeah,
it.
because to be honest, I do that too. Like,
No,
you
because
know-
they're recent. Okay, over the last couple of years, you've gotten better. You do apologize,
Yeah,
and I bring some, and
but-
I have too. Like
but
the other
that's-
day, I'm like, I'm sorry, like I got mad at something stupid. It
but
wasn't even
that's-
worth it.
But see, that's from me like trying to use my words better because, like I said, I'm so like just straight to the point. But a lot of the times, it's just more like, listen, I'm already on level 99.
I'm ready to
gonna-
fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it to 100. So it is what it is. You know, like that's where like apologies don't happen and whatnot, and then you just gotta
You
learn.
give good dick, and it makes it better.
You gotta learn to just like, I guess, like let it go.
I don't like
Right.
Because
that
some
movie.
things aren't worth it.
Right. Some things are just not that
But in the
important to
same,
just like keep going over.
Like if after the fact, a couple of days have passed, neither of us apologize to each other, but everything's fine. Why even bring it back up?
Right.
Why start an argument?
Right.
why it wouldn't start an argument if people just realize it's okay to be wrong?
Yeah, so we just move on. We don't even bring it up again.
Nah, but sometimes
Unless it's something important, we'll bring it back up. But if it was something stupid, neither of us are going to bring it back up.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that in a sense, but at the same time,
Yeah. It depends on the severity of the situation. Like if it's something stupid, we just don't say anything.
Like again, the
We
other
just-
night, I went out to the car to smoke. He stayed inside. He fell asleep. I didn't bring my house keys with me. I got a little upset because he said he wouldn't fall asleep. So when I came back inside, I was a little crabby about it. But then I thought about like, damn, he's been working all day. He's been out in the sun. You know what? He's probably really fucking tired. I'm not even
Like
mad.
I wasn't planning on sleeping, and
Yeah.
I felt bad. I was like,
So
I
it-
was like, all right, I'm gonna stay up, and I'll let you back in.
Like, it could have turned
You know?
into an argument. But it's like an hour later, I looked at you. I was like, I am sorry that I came in like that. Like, I'm not even mad about it anymore. Like, it was stupid for me to even try to be mad about it. So there are apologies. There are apologies.
just not out loud.
No, I verbally apologized to him. He heard me.
Well, one thing she can't do is apologize.
Maybe she's not wrong.
Nah, she is. I can apologize, and I'm apparently
Well,
one of the
see, you're-
most fucking direct people that a lot of people know. And I can still apologize.
I think I apologize way less than you do.
Again,
But the
it goes
thing-
back to my
but-
past. I'm a people pleaser, and I always feel like I'm
Okay,
doing something
so-
wrong. So I'm
but-
always
okay,
apologizing
so
for
but
shit
my
I didn't even
thing-
fucking do.
But my thing is,
You could drop that cup over right now.
Okay, so-
I'm sorry.
because I'm so
That's just how I am.
okay. But see, for me though, it's because I'm so like black and white when it comes to stuff that like a lot of arguments are they're just not that important to me. If
Yeah.
they're not divorce arguments, they're not important. They're not that big of a deal to me to like
He'll know if something's important.
right. Like
I will make it known if
I
it's
know you
important.
will. I can
right. So
imagine.
it's one of those where it's like
Ooh, she all on me.
you know, like apologizing like for everything is just like
And I'll let him know when an apology is actually worth. Like, I want an apology. Like, are you gonna say sorry?
But at that point, do you apologize?
Yeah. He does.
Yeah.
We got to remember, we've been together
But-
21 years. We've been through some
but there's
shit.
times- But there has been
It's
some
taken a
times-
lot of talking together
Right,
and
no,
actually like
But there has
explaining
been
what we
times.
both want.
Well, but there has been times where she'll ask me for an apology, and I explain to her why I'm not gonna give her an apology, and she'll be like, "Damn, that makes sense."
And then I feel like shit, like fuck, I really fucked up.
You know what I
And then
mean?
I actually think about it and I change it.
Does any of this ring a
But
bell?
it's not like, it's not like I'm trying to change
Real?
her mind. It's not like I'm trying to change her mind as to why she needs an apology. I'm like letting her know why I'm
He's basically
not,
stating his case.
Yeah, I
like why
get it.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna give her an apology. Now if she still feels that I need to give her an apology, yeah, I'll give her an apology if it's gonna make her feel better. But
But
I
I know he's not
know,
going to mean it.
yeah, exactly. But I know that it's not gonna make her feel better.
Okay.
I'd
because
rather
she's-
not get the
So
apology
after all
than him lie
this-
about it.
After all this, is there makeup? Is it
Rarely the same night, no.
no? But there's makeup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it angry makeup?
No.
Not really angry. Let me
No.
phrase that. Let me
No,
phrase
because
that.
we don't stay in that mindset in order for it to fuel the makeup.
I'm talking about instead of just being like
Mhm.
this to just
Oh, that's
It's
every
like
night.
that every time.
see exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
It's
Hell yeah.
like,
Oh yeah. I'm
but
talking about being
the thing is, like we don't use that to fuel the makeup.
No. That's like really
then that's
toxic,
just
like
bringing it
immature
back.
shit.
Because that's just bringing it
No, we
back
ain't talking
to,
about Britney Spears. We ain't not talking about
'cause
that.
that's just bringing it back to where we were, and that's pointless.
You're
That's
still not solving the issue
yeah,
or getting
that's
over the
that's
issue or
pointless
getting on the
of-
issue.
Yeah, that's pointless of getting past it in the first place. You know what I mean? So we don't.
So there's never been a time where that was just used just to get in it.
No,
That's
we
good.
don't need an excuse.
No, you don't need a fucking excuse. They didn't say it was an
No.
excuse, boo boo
No, we never use anything to We use tequila. But no.
You know, that's why they said the Hispanic guy, they said that was the word of the day was tequila. He pushed off the bridge. Tequila.
On this day.
Yeah, boy. All right. So,
The day of our Lord and Savior on a Sunday. Mm-mm.
shut your ass up, mofo.
7 years ago.
So, do you know who Kurt Cobain is?
Are you fucking shitting me?
Do you know who Michelangelo is?
The artist? Or the Ninja Turtle?
The artist. Jesus.
I gotta ask, man.
Hey.
Do you know what those two have in
I
common?
actually had a coworker. His name was Michelangelo. He was named after.
Wow.
I say the Ninja Turtle. He kind of says the Ninja Turtle too. It could have been the artist, but I don't know.
But do you know what Michelangelo and Kurt Cobain have in common, though?
They're both dead.
No.
They both painted the roofs of their.
They both painted ceilings with their brains. Yeah. So, here's another question.
What did Michelangelo paint?
No, not that.
No, answer it.
He painted paintings.
What is one of his most famous paintings?
The ceiling,
What is it called?
the barrel.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Not all of us can hang
Get
it
your
up.
friend.
Not all of us can hang it up. So, let's see. How about this?
How do you bring us in for an interview and you're not prepared?
Huh? Oh,
This
I
is the
am.
most
I am.
unprofessional interview
I'm
I've ever
the
had.
show.
This is our
But
last
this is the
show.
whole
Like,
last
where's the cards? Where's like
Okay.
This is the whole
Right
last
quick,
show.
reach behind you on top of that shelf. On top of the dresser. Right behind you, seriously. Top to the right, on the corner.
the deodorant?
Next to it.
Beside that, there's cards right there. Grab the cards. I'm being for real, not being funny.
I'm not
It's,
picking up 52 fucking cards from the floor.
it's not. You're holding them. I'm not going to do nothing with them.
Yeah, bum oil.
There's your cards.
So this is where all my business cards went.
You gave them to me, Monica.
I thought you passed them all out.
I haven't been back to work yet.
All the lies. It's been like 2 weeks since I had these bitches.
It ain't been 2 weeks. I literally just got them.
It wasn't last week.
I
It
bought
was the
2
week
months.
before. 2 weeks.
So, anyways.
Look at this. Mm-mm.
Mm.
All those kinky fucks out there don't know where to go.
Start looking on windshields.
Yeah, really. That's almost like, well, I mean, can you tell the difference between a fridge and a butthole?
First doesn't fart when the meat gets pulled up.
Yay! Yay! Oh God. Got him.
I feel like I need to call Chris Hansen because I think you married a 12-year-old.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. So I mean, well, I mean, what kind of questions the two,
Oh no, you're
the
on a roll
two-
here.
No. What kind of question do two women have? Nothing. So you just leave it up to the man?
I'm just here to correct you.
No, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to instigate. So
I'm having fun. That's all. I mean, like anything. Nothing comes to mind.
No.
Out of all the questions I've come up with,
All questions I've answered before. I feel not from you, but people ask me questions all the time.
No.
I feel like there's nothing you could ask me that I haven't been asked.
thumb in or thumb out.
Depends on the position.
Kev, thumb in or thumb Oh shit. You a thumb in guy?
wow.
So I mean, that's pretty much all I had. Like from that point. Yeah. I mean I just had a few questions. I mean, hell, look. You didn't think you'd even be able to say anything at all.
I feel like I hijacked the sheet.
Yeah.
Nah, she said quite a bit too. She was answering stuff too. But I mean, that's kind of I don't know, that's just kind of just a little dumb shit. I mean, it's just the easiest way to do it. And that's what I'm saying. Like if there's ever any doubt in your mind as a significant other to what is the problem or what can you do,
Just communicate.
and even if communication will help you, sometimes the problem starts within you. I have my own issues. I have my own problems. I have my own pet peeves. And no matter who you marry, who you date, who you cuddle up with at night, they might be great cuddlers. They might be great boom boom powers. They might be great diddlers. But if everything else,
Oh, you need to
We
legally.
ain't diddling.
Legally.
no, that was yeah, bro. I didn't say
Squiddling. We call it squiddling.
okay, swaddling. Oh, that's wrong terminology.
Squiddling.
Squiddling is better. I said swaddling. That's
Yes.
not the proper terminology. So pretty much, you've heard it from both sides of the ass, and you also heard it from the intestine. We're the whole ass show, and you heard what the lower intestine's got to say. So, huh?
No.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, we like to keep our cheeks clean. If you can't make it work, just move along. I mean, there's a song about that, right? Move along, to make it through, move along.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time.